Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sullivan Arena in Anchorage, Alaska for this presentation of Coliseum Basketball League action on the Coliseum Sports Network. I'm Raymond Sims here on the call for the first Western Conference matchup of the CBL season between the Las Vegas Silver Stars and the Alaska Glacier Bears. Glad that you could join me today, wherever you may be. Western Conference about to get going with Las Vegas and Alaska playing basketball in a place that hasn't seen professional hoops since the CBA's Anchorage Northern Knights in 1982. So this is a big moment here in a state that is large in size but is often overlooked. It'll be Blake Griffin and Russell Westbrook going against the home state heroes Mario Chalmers and Carlos Boozer. Roy Hibbert and Rudy Gobert jumping center, and Las Vegas wins the tip. We're underway from Anchorage. It's Lou Williams with the ball, kicks it into corner to Danny Granger. Hands it off to Westbrook, clears it out of the corner. And he'll pull up, and Williams will not come down with it as Marion pulls down the board. Alaska's first offensive possession. And the crowd, almost nearly 8,000 here, sell out here in Sullivan Arena. Excited to see the first basket in team history. And it will be Juneau's own Carlos Boozer getting the hook shot and getting things going here at Sullivan Arena. 2-0, nearly 11 minutes left. Dangerous pass inside, deflected, stolen by Marion. Here comes Alaska the other way. Gerald Henderson pulls up from the elbow, and he'll miss. Rebound by Blake Griffin. Here's Russell Westbrook up the floor for Las Vegas. Pass outside, deflected. Gerald Henderson breaking away, and he'll take off for the one-handed slam. And Alaska breaks out to a 4-0 lead early on. Las Vegas looking to respond. Boozer fronting Griffin down in the post. So there goes one option there. Westbrook gonna have to figure something else out. He'll hand it off to Danny Granger, who will miss the three. Chalmers pulls down the board, and he'll operate the offense. Gets it to Marion in the corner. Fakes a three. Westbrook playing tough. Has to give it back to Chalmers. Mismatch here. Chalmers forced to shoot it from straightaway three. No good. Lou Williams with the board. Under 10 here in the first quarter. Westbrook kicks it out. Williams. Westbrook gets it back. Time to create. He'll pull up. Top of the key. And there are the first points of the Silver Star season. Two-pointer good by Russell Westbrook. Alaska leading early, 4-2, 9.5 left in the first quarter. Both teams looking to start off the season right with a victory. Long two by Marion, blocked. He gets it back. Gets it over to Henderson on the other side. Posting up on the elbow is Henderson. Fade away out of the post position, and it's no good. Hibbert with the board. Ball up top to Westbrook. Williams will go up for three and sinks it. And just like that, Las Vegas takes the lead back after an initial offensive struggle. Under 9 here in the first quarter. Chalmers out in the backcourt, finds Henderson near the perimeter. Post touchdown low, Boozer going to work over Griffin and into his hands on the defensive board. Westbrook, right wing three, no good. Henderson down with it. There's Chalmers. Cross-court pass to Henderson. Gets it back to the point man. Henderson was trying to find a way to get inside, and it'll be Blake Griffin called for the reach-in foul. So that'll be the first on Griffin. Ball inbounded. Alaska trying to get the lead back down 1 with 8 minutes left in the first. Chalmers goes up, draws the foul, and 1. So a foul on each of the Silver Stars' key players. 1 on Griffin, 1 on Westbrook in successive possessions. And Chalmers able to get the and 1. He is tied with Lou Williams, leading all scorers early on with only 3. 7-5 here from Sullivan Arena. In the corner, Lou Williams, that is his area. And he's able to get the lead back for Las Vegas. Boozer with the ball against Griffin. In the purple post, kicks it back out to Marion. Re-entry, kicks it back out to Henderson. Henderson doing his own, posting up against the undersized Lou Williams. Fade away from the free throw line, no good. Gobert, all 7-2 of them, pulls down the board and puts it back in. So tug of war here with the lead. Largest is 4 by Alaska. Long 2 for Williams. Doesn't go. Hibbert pulls it down, goes back up, draws the foul. That's the first on Gobert. So apologies from the league if your eyes are straining a little bit with the colors you see on the floor. The Alaska Glacier Bears choosing to go with a light purple and ice blue. As Hibbert makes the first free throw. As for Las Vegas, wearing turquoise road uniforms, turquoise being one of the state symbols of Nevada, and then also with Nevada being the silver state. Their secondary color on their road uniform is silver. At home, the colors are reversed, with Vegas wearing silver when they play at the Thomas & Mack Center. Second free throw doesn't go for Roy Hibbert. Alaska going to look to get the lead back. Up by as much as 4, was just up by 1 before the foul. Chalmers sinking the 3, that'll help. And 6 points on the evening so far for Mario Chalmers. Chalmers is the hometown kid from Anchorage, Alaska. There have been only 3 NBA players to come from the state of Alaska, 2 from Anchorage and 1 from Juneau. Lou Williams straightaway 3 ties it back up at 12. Lou Williams already with 9 points, teaching kids how to count by 3s. 12 even, halfway through the first quarter. Ball down low to Gobert, blocked by Hibbert. Great block by Roy Hibbert. Vegas pushing it up the floor. Granger goes up, a lot of contact, but no call, and he'll come down with 2 points, his first 2 points of the season. Timeout, Alaska. They've been able to hold strong. They want to make sure that Las Vegas doesn't get any additional momentum. 14-12, 5:51 left in the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to tune in to the Coliseum Sports Network throughout the next several months. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there will be a CBL game for you to watch and tune into. And if you enjoy this video, be sure to like and be sure to subscribe to the Coliseum Sports Network for more sports action. 14-12. 5:40 left in the first quarter. Boozer on the low block against Griffin. Loses it on his way up. Granger comes out with the ball. Vegas trying to push it up the floor. Gets it to Williams, just on the low block and can't convert. Here comes Marion, spins his way inside, gets an opening, can't get the and 1. So he'll have to earn his 2 points at the line. That'll be the first foul on Lou Williams.
2 shots.
Shawn Marion, 1999 first-round draft pick out of UNLV. moved around a bit, grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to high school in Clarksville, Tennessee. So he's a well-traveled man. First free throw goes. Marion actually mulling retirement after spending last season with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if he calls it a career after this CBL season, it was a career well played for the Matrix. He's able to get both free throws. So that'll tie it up at 14 as Greg Oden, you saw, came into the game. He's making a bit of a comeback himself. First with the Silver Stars, and then he's already signed a contract with a team in China. So he'll join them as soon as this season is complete. Granger goes up, draws the foul, and one. So that's the first on Chalmers. And we'll see Danny Granger at the line for the and one opportunity. Spent last season, or ended last season, with the Phoenix Suns, even though he was inactive during his time there. He makes the free throw, so he completes the and one opportunity. Danny Granger started that season with the Miami Heat, and he got some playing time. He just signed a contract with the Detroit Pistons, so we'll see how much more he has left in the tank. He's trying to prove himself here as Marion is able to convert inside this time around. 17-16. Alaska with the slight advantage in the paint. Westbrook finds an opening, drives inside, blocked by Marion. Chalmers on the run, hands it off down low. Henderson tries to force the issue, can't do it. Griffin corrals the rebound. Been a rough go so far. 1 of 5 is Gerald Henderson. Lou Williams missing the shot, and Henderson comes down with the board. So 2 points and 2 rebounds here for Gerald Henderson. Josh Harrelson in the game for Alaska. Chalmers, he's going in, almost loses it. Picks it back up, goes up, misses. Griffin with the rebound. 3:45 left here in the first quarter. Las Vegas up by 1, and it's not been easy. Alaska, according to head coach Jay Nicholson, really wants to play tough defense. Had trouble defending Lou Williams on that jumper. That's the first 2-pointer scored by Lou Williams. On the offensive end, Nicholson kind of wants this to be a college sort of offense where they sort of squeeze the orange, slow down the tempo, bring the opponent down to their level. Henderson able to convert on the elbow. Both teams with 7 made field goals. Slight advantage to Las Vegas. Can't get 8 on that one. Lamar Odom pulling down the board. Marion, hand off to Chalmers. Defers to Odom, who loses the ball. Westbrook comes up with it. 2.5 left in the first quarter. Double team leads to the ball reversal to Granger. Post touch down low. Here's Odom about to go to work for the first time. Goes up and misses. Rebound Harrelson. Chalmers on the perimeter. Westbrook having none of that. Swipes it away. Here's Granger. Hands it off. Down low. Odom blocked. Odom comes out with it. Vegas has numbers. Gets it down low to Marion, though, and they're still able to push the tempo. And Alaska comes out with the 1-point lead. 6 points for Shawn Marion. And with 1:49 left in the first, AGB ahead 20-19. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want all the best coverage on Coliseum Basketball League action, be sure to head over to coliseumsportsnet.sportsblog.com, part of the sportsblog.com network, the Coliseum Sports Network, mastering the art of sports storytelling. Las Vegas getting the possession off of the timeout. C.J. Watson, a Vegas native, coming into the game. He won't be making his home debut for another couple of weeks. Next week, Vegas will be in Mexico City. Missed shot pulled down by Harrelson. Here's Seth Curry up the floor for the first time today. Pulls up straight away, three, in and out. James Ennis with the ball. Gives it over Watson. And up top, here's Jordan Adams, UCLA. Under a minute now. Vegas trying to get the lead back. And Watson not able to get it. Heading the other way. Here's Alaska trying to extend the lead. Curry draws the foul. And that'll be the fourth team foul on Las Vegas, the first on James Ennis. So Seth Curry at the line, younger brother of NBA MVP and NBA World Champion Stephen Curry. Free throw good. He will be heading to Sacramento next season after blowing a lot of minds in the D-League last year and then getting a 10-day contract with the Phoenix Suns. He's earned himself a deal with the Kings. But first, he is up in Alaska getting some reps in before the season starts. And he's able to extend the lead to 3 for the Glacier Bears. Watson down low to Adams. Gets an opening on the low block and still can't convert the close ranger. Here's Curry up the floor. Works it over, long shot, no good. Rebound by Adams. Vegas going to try to close out the quarter with some momentum. 3 would tie it. And they turn the ball over. Here's Curry. Gonna look to extend the lead. Chris Johnson goes up and lays it in. And that is your first quarter. So some tenacious defense and has helped the Alaska Glacier Bears take a 5-point lead heading into the second quarter. This is CBL action on the Coliseum Sports Network. Welcome back to Anchorage, 24-19, 5-point lead. That is the largest lead so far in this game for either side, which should be a testament to the type of competition we've had early on. Substitutes still in the game from both sides. Thabo Sefolosha getting his first touch of the game, wastes no time putting up the 3, but can't convert. Jordan Adams pulls up on his own and can't get it. Gobert pulling down the rebound. So there's a starter in the game, and that's Gobert. Curry fighting his way inside, tries to get it to Gobert. Stolen away by Amundsen. Pushed ahead to Adams. Deferred to Watson. He'll go up and draw the foul. That'll be the first on Sefolosha. C.J. Watson at the line. Looking for his first points of the season. And he'll make it. First one's always the hardest to get. Played his collegiate ball at the University of Tennessee. Signed a contract with the Orlando Magic after being with the Pacers last season. Second free throw just as good. So Vegas able to get back within 3 off the free throws by C.J. Watson. Here's Chris Johnson with the ball. Gets it straight ahead. Curry still can't convert. Long pass ahead intended for Ennis. And there's a turnover on the Georgia native, Jordan Adams. Out goes Ennis. In comes another Las Vegas native, Shabazz Muhammad, who also went to UCLA. Curry fights his way into the post, and he's fouled by Jordan Adams, and that's Adams' first. Wasn't a shooting foul, so they'll take it out on the sideline. Curry with the rebound, gets it over Johnson. Long 2, no good. The putback pumped in by Rudy Gobert. Ten and a half left here in the second quarter. Watson stuck on the low block, gets it out to the #1 overall pick, Anthony Bennett. Watson tried to work his way inside, got a little too fancy. Here comes Alaska the other way, up by 5. The pass ahead to Johnson. He's not able to get the shot, but he'll draw the foul. And that'll be Adams' second. So a rough go here early on for Jordan Adams. In the meantime, Chris Johnson going to the line for the first time today. The lanky forward out of Dayton was able to get the first free throw. The 6-point lead for Alaska is now their largest. And I'm sure for Vegas fans, Westbrook and Griffin can't come in soon enough. Second free throw just as good. It's now a 7-point game as the home-standing Glacier Bears are trying to gain control here. They play tight D. They run a slow tempo for the most part. And they're trying to upset a team that features an MVP candidate and one of the more popular players in the NBA. Shot no good by Adams. Glacier Bears holding on to an advantage in the paint in terms of rebounding. Ball down low to Boozer. Kicks it back out. Curry's just going to put up the 3 and knock it down. It's a 10-point game now for Alaska, and it seems like as good a time as any for Dedrick Frazier, the coach of Vegas, to call a timeout. 31-21, Alaska leading over Las Vegas with 9:31 left in the second quarter. .30 left here in the second quarter. Adams gets the double screen from Hibbert and Bennett. Works it over. Watson, that's a long 2 if it's good, and it is. Four points for Watson, the only Silver Star to score so far in the quarter. And we're 3 minutes in. Ball down low. Boozer on the low block. Can't convert. And speaking of Watson, he gets the rebound. He darts out into the front court. And he's stopped by Cephalosha. Resetting at the point. Gets it over. Adams chucks up the 3. Sinks it. So coming out of the timeout, Vegas isn't playing any games here. That is the first field goal made after 5 attempts by Jordan Adams. Curry kicks it out, Cephalosha. Bounce pass down low to Gobert, faces up, kicks it back out. Thabo for 3, rolls into the hands of Jordan Adams. Watson at the point. Works it over Granger, post touchdown low. Adams taking on James Young, and the field goal missed. Gobert with 5 rebounds already. Ball up top, Cephalosha, good a spot as any to knock down the long 2. Leads back up to 7 for Alaska. Adams still going for 3 and can't convert. Curry setting up the offense. Works it over to James Young, the rookie out of Kentucky, or 1-year man now out of Kentucky since the season's completed. Pulls away for 3, bounces around and into the hands of Bennett. Under 7 here in the second quarter. Granger pulls up, mid-range shot is good. So back within 5. Jay Nicholson sensing a bit of a run going here for Las Vegas, so he'll try to nip that in the bud with a timeout. The Vegas lineup piecemealing its way back in, but notably absent still are Russell Westbrook and Blake Griffin. Haven't heard much out of them. 2 points from Westbrook, and Griffin is still scoreless. Here's Gobert out on the perimeter. Good ball movement. Works it over to Curry for 3. Second 3 of the quarter here for Seth Curry has 8 total. Got some free throws back in the end of the first quarter. Watson drives inside, picks up the blocking foul. That is the first on Boozer. So here's C.J. Watson back at the line. He has 4 points so far, going to look to get more with 6:10 left in the second quarter. Was already at the free throw line earlier, and he's now 3 for 3. Here's Blake Griffin into the game. Scoreless here with 6:10 left in the second quarter. We'll see if Griffin is looked to. Has been defended very well by Carlos Boozer. Second free throw just as good. 4 of Watson's 6 points have come from the line. 36-30. Shot no good, pulled down by Boozer. He'll go up and knock it down. Ball down low, Griffin defers back to Watson for 3. Cuts the deficit to 5. Missed by Curry. First rebound of the game for Danny Granger. Williams pulls up, long shot no good, and there's a rebound by Boozer. So the one and done possessions have not done much for Las Vegas here. but Alaska has not been above taking to the skies themselves. So while Seth Curry does have 8 points here, he has a horrid shooting line in the process. Watson tries to pass out to Griffin. That's deflected by Cephalosha, and Las Vegas will retain possession with 11 on the shot clock. Bennett inbounding. Ball down low. Here's Griffin going to work. Post fade. Can't get his first points of the game, but Granger can get the ball, get the shot, and get the foul. Nine points on the day for Danny Granger. Westbrook has not come in for his second shift, and Boozer's already sitting out after his second shift. Harrelson coming in to spell him with 4:36 left in the second. So Granger now has 10 points. Chris Johnson pulls up, 2 from the free throw line is short. Vegas out ahead. Williams stopped on the block, tried to force the pass to Granger. That was deflected off of Cephalosha again. And that will remain with Las Vegas with 17 on the shot clock. So Cephalosha's there with the active hands. The ball just seems to carry him its way out of bounds in the process. Watson alone in the corner for 3. Rainbows out and into the hands of Cephalosha. Pushes it way ahead to Chalmers. Harrelson, he has a little bit of a shooting touch. Let's see if we'll see it today. Reverses the ball. Cephalosha for 3 is good. That's 5 for Thabo. Swiss national. Watson. He's done well in Westbrook's stead. Granger will miss the jumper. Alaska up by 5, 41-36 with 3.5 left in the first half. Here's Marion. Chalmers driving inside, loses the ball, stolen by Granger. Pulling up on 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Williams stripped, stolen by Chalmers. Going to get that pass out to Cephalosha. All by himself, he'll lay it in. And Sullivan Arena is excited as Alaska has been able to hang on to a 7-point lead here over Las Vegas. Floater alert and the miss by Watson. So now Alaska can extend the lead. The largest has been 10. And the fans here in downtown Anchorage would love to get back to that sort of lead, especially heading into the half. Chalmers over to Cephalosha on the wing, missed by Harrelson. Or rebound by Harrelson off the miss. Ball works over to Johnson. Back in the corner, Marion. Johnson just going to go for it, knocks it down. And it's back to 10 points. Chris Johnson with 7 off the bench. First 3-point made of the game. And a timeout here for the unhappy Dedrick Frazier. Watching this game get out of hand. 82 combined points. Alaska up by 10. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the Coliseum Basketball League. We have a whole other half to go, but the next game will be Saturday in the Pacific Northwest as Lou Williams sails in on the baseline. First 2 points of the quarter for Lou Williams. He has 11 on 44% shooting. Our next game here on the Coliseum Sports Network will be Saturday from the Emerald City, the Seattle Emeralds hosting the Mexico City Guerreros. You'll be able to find that video posted during the day on Saturday on the Coliseum Sports Network YouTube channel. Eight-point game. Williams trying to force the issue. Griffin with the rebound. He'll put it back up with two hands. And those are the first 2 points of the season for Blake Griffin. You can see the Silver Stars are being outclassed in the paint. 18-10 here, heading into the half, as Gerald Henderson glides in for the lay-in. That's 6 for Henderson. Here's Westbrook up the court. Only has 2 points to his name from back in the first quarter. We'll see if he'll be a bigger factor in the second half. They're going to need him to be if Las Vegas wants to get back and win this. Can't convert down low under the basket. Harrelson, a mighty wall. Pushes it ahead. And that ball is deflected. And will remain with Alaska with 17 on the shot clock and 31.6 left on the game clock. So the next change in possession will almost certainly end the shot clock. Odom gets the inbound. Here's Chalmers. Chalmers driving baseline. And he will draw the foul. He was pummeled, but he got right back up. Chalmers almost certainly a trooper. Chalmers out of University of Kansas. He spent his entire career with the Miami Heat. He'll be there this coming season. But there is a bit of a question as he makes the first free throw. His first point of the half, coming towards the end of it. It will be a question of how much longer he'll be there, if he'll be shipped out, or if he will continue to be a major part of the Miami Heat as they seek to contend in the NBA's Eastern Conference. Final seconds counting down here at the half. Alaska hanging on to a 50-40 lead. Not much production out of Blake Griffin or out of Russell Westbrook. Griffin able to get something up there. A combined 6 points out of these 42 that Vegas has scored have gone to Griffin and Westbrook, and those were supposed to be the two important anchors to the Silver Stars. But the Glacier Bears have the lead at the half, 50-42. We're way up north in Anchorage, Alaska, Sullivan Arena. Packed crowd here to watch the first professional basketball game in the state since 1982. And the home team is holding serve here, up by 8, and beginning the second half with possession. Boozer taking on Griffin. Kicks it back out, Henderson. Gonna try again on the re-entry. Henderson trying to attack the basket. The floater off the backboard and in. Henderson calling bank to start off the third quarter. 38% from the field for Las Vegas. Lou Williams pulls up just outside the elbow, and that's not going to help the percentage either. Rebound by Boozer. Here comes Chalmers. There was a purple carpet laid out for him until it was blocked. So here comes Las Vegas. Westbrook pulling up and knocking down the jumper. Westbrook now has only 4 points. Scored his last pair back in the first quarter. Ball to Henderson. In and out. Rebound by Griffin. Griffin hasn't gotten many touches here, but you saw on the stat line, he still had a lot of hustle. That was his 7th board. Step back jumper, no good out of the post up. Chalmers on the elbow. Bad place to set a screen there for Boozer. Chalmers ignores it. And that ball's reversed over to Marion. 4 on the shot clock. Ball loses steam and into the hands of Granger. Now here's Westbrook accelerating up the floor. Gets it to Lou Williams, who will draw the shooting foul. And he'll earn his 2 at the line. That's the second foul on Mario Chalmers. Lou Williams, drafted out of high school in 2005. South Gwinnett High School, spent some time with the Atlanta Hawks, spent time last year with the Toronto Raptors, won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award. He makes the first free throw. And once it was time to look for a new contract during the summer, he now finds himself in the City of Angels. A huge haul there for the Lakers of talented but overlooked players. Lou Williams, Roy Hibbert, who's his teammate here on Vegas, and Brandon Bass, all coming in the same haul. Second free throw is good for Lou Williams. He gets his first 2 points of the half. Back down to a 6-point game. Las Vegas trying to claw back into this with the help of their starters. Henderson goes up and can't knock it down. Lou Williams, after going to the line, draws a foul himself. That's his second, and that is the first team foul on the Silver Stars. Gerald Henderson, he is a junior for another Gerald Henderson that played in the league back in the 70s or 80s. And his first name is actually Jerome. He makes the first free throw. He spent the past several years with the Charlotte Hornets. Before that, they were the Bobcats. He's a very versatile 2-guard on that team. Sneaky good. But he was then sent out to Portland as he makes the second free throw as well. Was sent out to Portland with Noah Vonleh in exchange for Nicholas Batum. So playing for Alaska here during this short late summer season will get him a little acclimated to the Pacific Northwest. But there isn't anything quite like Alaska weather, even when he's going to be spending his 2015-16 season in Portland. Westbrook on target on a shot he had to force up, which I guess is kind of an indictment to the strength that Westbrook has. Granger going to try to put up the 3. He'll knock it down. Much more successful, much more closer to the line. That's 13 for Granger. Timeout called on the floor. 9:12 left in the third quarter. Alaska ahead, 54-49. During that quick break there, I happened to look down at the score sheet I have. Granger scored 2 2-pointers and a free throw in the first and second quarter. It looked identical. Granger pierces through that pattern as he gets his first points of the half from the arc. It's a 5-point game here for Alaska, trying to hang on to a lead that was as high as 10 on multiple occasions. Won't do it off the Henderson miss. And Henderson's had a pretty rough day, 4 of 11 from the field. Post touch to the smallest man on the court. And he misses. As I said that, I realized Lou Williams is actually shorter than Russell Westbrook, so pardon me there. Henderson pulls up mid-range. It's good. 6 in the first half for Gerald Henderson, 6 here in the second half as well. So he has 12, despite a rough shooting night. Vegas trying to play catch-up. Williams gets past Henderson, but he has to get over Gobert, and he does. Lou Williams up for the task, and he now has 17. Ball down low, Boozer. Step back jumper. Can't get it over Griffin. Williams with the rebound. He's the smallest guy on the court currently. Williams works it over Granger. I think that was a long two. Hibbert with the ball, puts it back up, misses. And the rebound by Marion. Marion alone on the perimeter for a reason. There's Chalmers. Little ball reversal. Henderson tries to enter the post. That's straight away. He'll have to fade away with a shot and miss. Third rebound for Granger as he'll bring it up the floor. Two-man game with Lou Williams. Works around a Griffin screen. Calls for another one. And a reach-in foul on Marion. Here's Greg Oden back in the game. Not much out of him on the scorecard today. But the important thing is that he's back. He's a huge talent when coming out of Ohio State. He has some injury troubles, and he's going to try to get past that with this CBL season and his time in China. Oden with the rebound goes back up, and he gets his first 2 points of the season. 56-53, Vegas back within 3 with 6:16 left in the third. Slowly chipping away, Alaska trying to hang on. Here's Harrelson's range, and he can't come down with it. Ennis gets the defensive rebound. Westbrook almost loses control of the ball, kicks it back out Williams. Westbrook forces it up, missed. Amundsen goes up and draws the foul. Harrelson's first third-team foul for Alaska, and Louis Amundsen's at the line. From the state of Colorado, he went to UNLV. Diedrich Frazier figured it was a good bit of intersectionality that he went to the local university, while at the same time sorely needing some rebounding prowess. Mind you, Frazier had to sign both Lou Amundsen and Anthony Bennett, another UNLV Rebel alum, without the knowledge of whether or not Blake Griffin was going to join the team. Blake Griffin was one of the last signings, about a week or two out from the beginning of the season. Amundsen misses both at the line, so Vegas is still stranded at a 3-point deficit. Marion tries to go baseline, stopped by Granger. Kicks it outside to Chalmers. Shot clock running down. And Chalmers misses. Looked like he got a good look once he got past Westbrook. In goes Granger, lays it up and in. Down to a 1-point game here. And the Sullivan Arena still packed, but a little more tense as the Silver Stars are trying to claw their way back. Granger at the line, ties the game. 6 points here in the third quarter for Danny Granger. Here's Henderson driving inside, and he'll answer back with an and-one opportunity of his own. That's the second foul on James Ennis. It has been a one-man show here in the third quarter for Alaska, and that one man's name is Gerald Henderson. Shot goes up and in. Back to a 3-point game. The Alaska Glacier Bears have scored 9 points here in the third quarter. All 9 have been scored by Gerald Henderson. Westbrook with the miss, Odom with the rebound. Ball worked over to Henderson. He'll enter. Now he has an opening. And he can't convert. Harrelson goes back up. Shot of his own. He'll miss, but he'll get the offensive board. Misses again. Westbrook gets the rebound this time. Out come the Silver Stars on the run. Bounce pass ahead to Ennis. Underneath to Odom. And he'll draw the foul. So Gerald Henderson gets his first foul of the game. Greg Oden will go to the line. #1 overall pick in 2007. Just ravaged by injuries throughout his entire career. Took some time off to find himself, and now he has a contract both with the Las Vegas Silver Stars and with the Jiangsu Dragons. Griffin back in the game for Amundsen. 4:14 left here in the third quarter. Las Vegas knocking on the door. Was able to tie it at 56, but Gerald Henderson getting a and one opportunity himself. He was able to get Alaska the lead back all by himself. Oden gets the second free throw. He now has 3 points. All 9 points again coming from Gerald Henderson so far. Gonna need somebody else if they want to hang on. If they want to hang on to this lead, does Alaska? Boozer goes up. There it is. Some help for Gerald Henderson. But Carlos Boozer has only scored 2 points. Has only scored a basket in each quarter. He now has 6. 61-57 4-point game. James Ennis down low to Griffin, facing up against Boozer. Oh, look out! One-handed jam. And look at the replay there. Griffin just having that quick step on Boozer. Boozer not known for his defense, though he's done pretty well for the most part today. But Griffin able to get right past him on that particular possession. Stolen by Westbrook. Oden's ahead of all people. Let's see if he can get it down low to him. He can't. So Oden out straight away. Reverses the ball to Granger. Gets the pick. Works it back to Westbrook. 2-point game. 3 minutes left in the third. Ball down to Griffin. Now it's Odom that Griffin's taking on. Fadeaway is good. Clipper on former Clipper. And the game is tied at 61. That's 8 for Blake Griffin. Here's Henderson. Post touchdown to Boozer. They're going at it here in the late part of the third quarter. And now Boozer starting to get in on the act. Boozer scored the last 4 points for Alaska. Westbrook, Euro step, got a lot of contact there and can't convert the basket. Up, stolen ball. Here's Griffin breaking away. This is all him right here. Windmill jam for Blake Griffin will tie the game back at 63. So after being noticeably absent from the score sheet until late in the second quarter, Blake Griffin now has 10 points. Mario Chalmers on the perimeter. Down low, Boozer, mismatch over Westbrook. And Westbrook still able to disrupt that shot enough. 1:43 left in the third. Pass down low, Griffin finishing with the slam. And there is presumably the Blake Griffin that Dedrick Frazier was looking for. Vegas taking their first lead in a long time. They've been down by as much as 10 on a couple of occasions, and now they're up by 2 in the late going here of the third. It's been Gerald Henderson and Carlos Boozer here, and there's a block by Oden. For Alaska, it's only been 2 players to score here in the third quarter, partly why they've lost the lead. Westbrook banks it in. Somebody else going to need to step up here for Alaska, as Vegas has gone on a huge run, and they're now up by 4. Pass ahead to Chalmers, and that's goaltending called on Westbrook. So the basket will count. So apparently I've talked up a third scoring option for Alaska, as Chalmers is only the third Glacier Bear to score in this quarter, and we're just under a minute from its conclusion. Jordan Adams back in the game, chucked up some threes back in the first half, and almost none of them fell. We'll see if they'll have better times here as he gets right back into it. Nothing doing. 2-point game. Here comes Chalmers. Back outside Odom. There was a time when Odom had some range, but he hasn't exhibited it today. Chris Johnson will do so instead, and that's well short. Just under 20 seconds and counting. Ball to Westbrook in the corner. Working baseline. And Chalmers keeps him from getting a clear path. And that'll be a blocking foul. Team's third. Or Chalmers' third, the team's sixth. And that automatically sends Westbrook to the line. Shots up and in. Starters all in for Vegas except at the 2-guard position. Jordan Adams still in. Hibbert returns with 11.2 seconds left in the third quarter. And the second shot just as good. 69-65. Final seconds here. Seth Curry bringing the ball up the floor. He's not afraid to put it up, but he'll get it off to Marion instead. That unorthodox shot cannot produce a basket, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So Las Vegas, after entering the half down by 8, has fought their way back. They're up by 4, but we'll see if Alaska has anything to say about it heading into the final frame of play. It's been a good game here from Anchorage here at Sullivan Arena. Nearly 8,000 coming to see the first professional basketball game in the state of Alaska in over 30 years. If you've enjoyed this game, be sure to like this video. And if you want more of this action, because I'm sure both of these teams, even when they go their separate ways and they have to play again in Las Vegas, they're going to be very competitive. You should subscribe here to the Coliseum Sports Network on YouTube. Westbrook starts off the quarter with a miss. Seth Curry still in the game, going to try to go to work against him. Gets it over to Chris Johnson. There's Gobert on the block. Going to work here against Hibbert. Kicks it over to Curry on the elbow. Can't be too stagnant. Shoots it from the free throw line, and it goes in. So Curry making the first bucket of the fourth quarter. This could shape up to be a very good finish here from Anchorage. Shooting percentages have not been pretty, but Jordan Adams knocking down the 3. 2 of 8 shooting, 2 of 7 from outside for Jordan Adams. But now the Silver Stars are in a position to play keep away with the lead. Something that Alaska, even though being up by as much as 10, was unable to do. Adams able to disrupt the post entry. Karam's off of a number of players, and last deflected off of Boozer. So 5-point game. Las Vegas gets possession again with 10:42 left in the fourth. And a timeout called by Las Vegas. Going to talk strategy here down the home stretch. 72-67, 10:41 left in the fourth quarter. Hibbert to inbound with 10:41 left in the fourth quarter, 72-67. Westbrook doesn't waste any time trying to attack the basket. Retreats out to the perimeter, works it over. Adams puts it up and does not come down with it. Here's Marion, open lane, glides in for the layup. Marion hasn't put anything on the paper since the first quarter. Adams chucks up another three, sinks it. So Adams basically trying to play keep away here on his own. Every time Alaska makes some headway as far as scoring, Adams just answers back with a three. Seems like he's finally found his touch here in the final quarter of play. But his services no longer needed. Lou Williams finally coming back into the game with Las Vegas ahead 75-69 with 9:45 left in the fourth. Cross-court pass to Henderson, successful. Now Chalmers at the point. Tries to muscle pass Westbrook, can't do it. Gonna have to shoot over him instead. And that goes about as well as you'd expect. 9.5 left here in the fourth quarter. Hibbert, the ball handler up the floor, did pretty well, but concedes to Lou. Out pops Westbrook. And he won't get his number called. Instead, post entry to Hibbert, facing up and drawing the foul. So Gobert called for his second foul. Hibbert not afraid. He's able to charge right at Rudy. Hibbert gonna start a new era of his career as he joins the Los Angeles Lakers after spending his entire career with the Indiana Pacers. Kind of a rough couple of years there towards the end in Indiana. Makes the first free throw. Back in the 2014 playoffs, he kind of went missing in action in terms of production. And ever since then, he's kind of been in the doghouse with the NBA and Pacer fandom. So he's going to look to start anew in Los Angeles with some practice here in Las Vegas. He misses the second free throw, so he only has 2 points on the day. He's done pretty good on the boards. And that's really the reason Dedrick Frazier brought him in. And that'll be something that could definitely help his transition. The fact that it's not all on him as Boozer misses. Hibbert can just hustle down on the boards, and when he needs to go at the center, like he did with Gobert, he'll be able to do so when the time comes. 10 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds for Westbrook. Was almost completely missing back in the first half, only scored 2 points as Boozer converts on the jumper. And Boozer himself getting 10 points. Westbrook in the front court taking on Chalmers, gets right past Chalmers, and the finger roll is good. Makes it 80-71 with a little over 8 minutes. Las Vegas fought their way. They were down by 8 at the half. Were able to go up by 4 after 3, and now they're just trying to close this thing out against Alaska. Coming into this game, Vegas did look like the better team on paper, but Alaska playing very hard defense. Really getting in on the paint. It looked like Alaska could have sustained this, but now they are down by 9. Gobert's going to try to change that as he will earn a couple of chances at the line. If you ask any Utah Jazz fan, they are excited about Rudy Gobert. Misses the first free throw. Entering his 3rd year in the NBA. Before that, he spent a 2 or 3 years playing professionally in France. But he's a tall guy with a lot of upside. Misses the second free throw, goes 0 for 2, and Westbrook throwing it down on the baseline. That'll put the Silver Stars up by 11, a 13-4 run. And the air has pretty much been sucked out of the room here at Sullivan Arena as Vegas is completely dominated here in the fourth quarter. 82-71, 7:25 left in the fourth quarter. Las Vegas taking care of business here in the late going. Gonna have to see if they can keep that momentum in their next game. Next game will be September 4th. South of the border in Mexico City. For Alaska, they're going to try to see if they can get back into this game because there's still plenty of time. But if they don't, and Westbrook gets the steal here on the fast break, hands it off, Griffin with the slam. So needless to say, the probability doesn't look good for a comeback. But either way, if Alaska is able to pull off the improbable or if they do fall, they're going to want to improve on this performance. Try to see if they can play the full 48 minutes. Their next game will be on September 5th at Seattle. So a battle for the Pacific Northwest. I was going to say the Pac-No West, but I don't think anybody calls it that. And of course, both of those games, both Vegas at Mexico City and Alaska at Seattle, will be right here on the Coliseum Sports Network. So you won't miss anything. Marion goes into traffic on the low block, and he's stuck. 13-point game here. Just trying to extend the lead. Hibbert pulls up in the paint and knocks the shot down. 86-71. It's now a 15-point game. By far the largest lead on either side. Alaska was only able to hit a high water mark of 10. Henderson tried to get fancy on the baseline, stolen by Williams. Flea flickered ahead to Westbrook. Stopped on the baseline. In the corner, Granger can't convert. Gobert comes down with the board. Down the stretch here, it's been a matter of not controlling the tempo for Alaska and being very careless with the ball. Not taking his smart of shots, or not using that wise shot selection that helped them out for the most part back in the first half. Is now they're really trying to force it to get back into the game. It's only making things worse. So Jay Nicholson going to want his team to learn from this and see if they can play the full 48, control the tempo for the full 48. 5:09 left here in the fourth quarter. 15-point game. Henderson blocked by Williams, a 6'1" guard. And he comes away with it. In comes Granger, flying in and laying it in. It's a 19-4 run. I mean, it was already amazing back in the third quarter that Henderson, for a while there, was the only Glacier Bear to score. And then he was helped out by 6 points from Boozer and Chalmers. But now they've only scored 4 points here in this quarter. Westbrook gets it cross court to Williams. Griffin open lane. He goes in for the slam. $16 points for Griffin on the night after only having 4 back in the first half, both of those in the second quarter. And naturally, 14 of them coming in the paint. A little under 4 minutes here. So it looks like the Sullivan Arena fans might not be able to go home happy, unless they just wanted to come out and see some professional basketball in their state. Now, even though professional basketball is a fairly new concept here, hasn't been in town in 33 years, Alaska is not devoid of basketball completely. Sullivan Arena used to be the home to the Great Alaska Shootout early season college basketball tournament. That in recent years has since been moved to the Alaska Airlines Center, 5,000-seat gym on the campus of the University of Alaska at Anchorage, who was the host of the tournament when it was here downtown. The Glacier Bears considered playing at Alaska Airlines Center, considering how nice it looks, but decided that in terms of capacity, it was just better to stay at the downtown arena that seats nearly 8,000. Westbrook knocking down the jumper, 92-73. Vegas has pretty much taken this one home. The crowd just not as raucous as it was early on. 6 points between Griffin and Westbrook in the first half, and then they come back in the second half and just absolutely explode. But then again, it's hard to keep a good player down, so it was almost expected that something like this would happen. But at the same time, you didn't expect the other team, Alaska, who was doing the shutting down, to be completely shut down in the manner that they have been, not just in the third quarter, but completely just total power outage here in the final quarter of play. Williams pulling down the rebound off the Boozer miss, 2.5 left in the fourth quarter. And look at the team on paper. I guess you can at least expect some growing pains here out of the Glacier Bears. They picked, outside of Boozer and Chalmers, who they picked for hometown reasons or home state reasons, as that's blocked, goes out of bounds with 0.6 left on the clock. So good luck with that for Vegas to catch and shoot. Outside of Boozer and Chalmers, that one not up in time. That was in and out. Lou Williams has 17 points today off a nice distribution. 15 shot attempts, only a third of them from outside the arc. Everybody else, you have your Shawn Marion and you have your Lamar Odom, you have Gerald Henderson, who serve as veteran leadership. You have Chalmers and Boozer for the local fans. Everybody else on this roster was picked with the intention of having them come back year to year to develop. Jay Nicholson really wants the Glacier Bears to be a part of the community, to really become Alaska's team, because there's not really much else in the way of professional sports between here or Anchorage, or between here or Fairbanks, Anchorage or Fairbanks. There's a couple of semi-pro teams, but for the most part, it is the Glacier Bears' territory for the taking, especially with the sport of basketball. But it's only game one, and it's against a team that is very good, featuring two all-stars, or featuring two superstars. There's actually a number of all-star appearances across their roster. And this is just one that you got to pick up on. That one goes out of bounds. As said before, Alaska, their next game on September 5th at Seattle, as the bench warmers all come in. This one pretty much out of hand. 19-point game with 1:06 left in the fourth. Seattle is a team trying to live off of the three ball and off of an up-tempo game. So they may be in the same boat in terms of growing pains as Alaska is, and Mexico City themselves also a huge question mark. And we'll be seeing both Mexico City and Seattle from Key Arena. That game will be tomorrow here on the Coliseum Sports Network. Another miss here. We'll see if Vegas puts on any more points. We are reaching the 30-second mark here in the fourth quarter. Bennett going to work, blocked by Harrelson and collected. Next change of possession will kill the shot clock. Or even the next dead ball. Looks like Curry will just run this one out. He'll get it down low. James Young, who you may remember throwing it down hard in that NCAA championship game. We'll see if he'll have any dunks in his repertoire. Won't see any today. Las Vegas comes back huge in the second half and ends up getting the decisive win, 92-73. We hope you enjoyed this game. It was a fun one. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Coliseum Sports Network. Until next time, I'm Raymond Sims. Have a good one.